Welcome. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel. Day trading for ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just a trade journal. We'll talk about price action, order flow, imbalance zones, rebalance zones, draws on liquidity. But this is trade prep for April 10th, 2023. We're going to go the weekly. We're going to cover the 24-hour, and we're going to look at if there was a retracement, what that target would be. Let's get to it. So the conclusion after going through the charts is 4-week rally, what's going to happen with price, and I'm looking for a mild retracement. That's the bottom line. So let's go to the charts to prove that theory out. All right, this is my weekly time model for the journal. So first off, let's take the first of the year, the first week, January 3rd to 6th. I take the low all the way to the high, February 3rd, go down to the third point, which was March 17th, Friday, on the low of the year, which was, again, relative equal lows. The first week of the year, relative equal lows, January 3rd to 6th to the 17th. And then fib extensions have a 76.4 at 41.46, this green line right here. So note here, the body of last week's candle is respecting that. So maybe nothing, but this is what I've learned, just to throw a fib extension on the key 3 points. And again, relative equal lows, high of the year, fib extension. So the other thing I just wanted to note is 2 weeks ago, this was the largest green bar right here, bigger than any green bar we've had this year. You can compare it. In fact, I had to go all the way to November 11th, which was a range expansion bar that had more than double this range. This red block here I drew, this is where the top of this block on February 17th was, and the low of the wick. So it's my version. It's not a correct ICT version, I'm sure, at all, but it's my version of what I'm interested in because it corresponds with this 6.18 zone, which is 4088. So remember that number. I'm rounding up 4088. So that's a level of interest for me in the next either 1 trading day to 10 trading days. I am looking for this mild retracement lower. And other than that, I'm ready to go to the 24-hour, but just keep in mind, of these two candles, the 2-week equilibrium point is 40.76, and below that we have the Q+1, T+2 at 40.57. I'm not targeting those. I'm staying within this rectangle here and going for the lower zone. All right, so that's the weekly. 24 next. Okay, the second and final chart for the weekend study is the 24-hour chart. And what I want to point out, first of all, is 3 things. So we had the weekly. I just went over 4,088 on the fib extension level that I'm looking for a retracement. That correlates with the 24-hour fair value gap below. So this yellow rectangle right here, that's the zone, which happens to correlate with the RTH March 31st open. So once again, I've got confluence multiple times with this 4088. And lastly, the whole start of this green candle rally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take the low to the high, and that retracement is a mid-level of 4088, and that's the March 29th candle right here to the 4-4 candle right here. So to wrap up the 24 and the weekly, I just want to point out here is with the red arrow noting the algo sell signal. And why is that important to note? Because we had on the weekly also a sell algo signal, and it was the only second one of the year, which was here, February 3rd, the 1st. Look what happened, and here we are with the second week on the sell algo. So back to the 24. We've got a lot of confluence at this 4088, so that is the zone for me. I know the zone. What I don't have is the timing. So again, time is the first element in price delivery. That's what I learned from one of my mentors. And what I'm saying here is that wraps the charts. Take care. Have a great weekend.